Talk shoes. Recorded live.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the second episode of Interview Me. I'm your host, Erin Williams, and with me this week is Miss Lucahjin from YouTube.
Hello,
How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for coming on. For those of you who haven't listened to the show before, I'm just going to be interviewing Miss Lucahjin, and if you fans want to send in questions, go ahead and send in questions. And keep them appropriate, please. Don't want any inappropriate questions now. I mean,
yes.
Unless it's about Miss Lucahjin's mystery ride horse, then those are okay.
Everything involving that is inappropriate.
Just as long as Attacking Toucans doesn't get on here and ask a random awkward question, we'll be good.
Yes, exactly.
But let's start here. First of all, Lucahjin, how long have you been working on Let's Plays, or how long have you been doing them overall?
Well, my YouTube account is pretty old. It's actually from 2007, but I wasn't LPing back then. I just kind of had it just to have. And I started watching LPs like quite a few years ago when the people from Something Awful were doing it, like Deceased Crab and Diabetes and all that. They actually pretty much started it. So when I saw them doing theirs, I thought, wow, that's really interesting, and I totally want to because I'm the biggest nerd. So I pretty much started doing it, I would say, I think I've been doing it for a little over 2 years now.
Wow.
From when I first started. Yeah. So it's been a little bit, but it's gone by super fast.
How is your, I know you're currently doing a blind Let's Play. For those of you who haven't watched any Lucahjin YouTube videos, first of all, I definitely think you should go and subscribe to her. And for those of you who don't know who she is, she's currently doing a blind Let's Play of Paper Mario, the N64 version of it. And how is that going overall?
I think it's going pretty well. My fans seem to like it a lot. I'm getting good feedback on it. They like to see me mess up a lot. So they really like watching me play a game that I've never played before. They really enjoy like the weird situations I seem to get myself into, and it seems to be going really well. I chose Paper Mario really because I knew that it was a good game, but I really wanted to have a chance to kind of try out all the different voice opportunities that I know it would have because I like to do silly voices and I like to just have fun, and it's a super fun game. So I think everybody really likes it. I'm getting pretty positive feedback from it. And
you were saying how you've been doing, like, you seem like you have been doing really well while you've been playing it. You recently fought, I think in this last episode, you recently fought a boss that most people have a lot of problems in the game. And you beat him without getting any damage at all.
Oh, yeah, it was weird. I still think it was kind of a fluke. I don't know how I got so lucky, but I just did. And it's funny because the boss, like you said, I totally beat him without getting hit once, and then I moved on to regular enemies that completely destroyed me. So that's the kind of thing you can expect when you watch Paper Mario right now. That's kind of how it's going. You just never know how it's going to turn out.
Along with other things that you've done in your Let's Play, your 2 years of Let's Playing, I know you've done several collabs projects, with one being Dakari Freak. I know you did one with her. The game that currently escaping me. It was about a knight.
The King's Quest series?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we've done a bunch of them, actually, and we're currently working on number 6 of the series. We've done 1, 3, 4, and 5. We still haven't done 2 yet, but we probably will do that. And then we're doing 6 right now. We just haven't had much time to finish it, so it's kind of in the middle. But yeah, that one's pretty funny. So it's like it's old adventure game stuff.
Yeah.
So
and
it lends itself to a lot of funny moments.
Yeah. You've also done one. You also did Leash Suit Larry with Nintendo Capri Sun, and when Nintendo Capri Sun was on with me this last week, he was talking about how you chose the game and everything. And what made you choose Leash Suit Larry? Because you it looks like you had played it before, and he said that he knew your humor, he would enjoy it. So.
It's true. Leisure Suit Larry, I have a very fond memory of it from my childhood. When I was young, that game had come out, and it was kind of a taboo thing because, it's not really for children at all. It's kind of an adult-based game, and it was probably one of the first ones that had ever been made like that. And I remember I had just fond memories of knowing about that game when I was young and getting in trouble and things like that. So when I decided to do something with NCS, I kind of wanted it to be different, but something that we could both work on together, and it would be really funny because he has the same kind of humor that I do. So I knew that Leisure Suit Larry would make him laugh hysterically, and I think that it did that, and I think we got some really good feedback on that. So I actually, we have plans to do Leisure Suit Larry too. We just have to get together and do it. So it hopefully won't stop there.
And your most recent collab has gotten a lot of love, especially your, how do I say it, horse that you were working along with Josh Jepson on this the Barbie Mystery Ride game.
Oh, God. Yeah, whoever knew that was going to take off as much as it did. When Josh and I decided to do that, we made the trailer in like 3 hours. It was just supposed to be a joke. Like, it was just supposed to be a funny gag to have like a really epic trailer for such a crappy game. And we had always kind of joked about doing something really stupid, like that we didn't really want to play, like something like Barbie or something like that. And we just decided to do it. And it was only 3 episodes long. It's really short LP. The game is for like 6-year-olds, so it's super short. And I just can't believe that it's gotten the publicity that it has. It's just completely taken off. Like, to date, I think that's probably one of the most popular LPs that I have up currently. And it was featured on LP Catchphrases, and a couple of people have made montages of it already. And everybody's already asking if we're going to do a second one. So it's I can't believe how like a joke turned out to be so popular.
I think the popularity really came from the horse's name.
Which I'm not sure if I can say here, but yes, it does.
No, you can say it. This is going on YouTube anyway, and so it's you. So nobody. It doesn't matter. You can say what you want.
We really wanted to name it something funny that would lend itself for a lot of jokes, but not be too vulgar. And I hope that we've done that, although I'm not sure anymore. But so, I mean, My Balls just came out, and then that, if you get it, so you can't even say anything regarding it without being funny. So I think that's why it just worked. I'm still in disbelief that it worked, but it totally did.
Is there possibility of any My Balls T-shirts in the future? As weird as that sounds.
Actually, this was a discussion that Josh and I recently had because he actually has T-shirts up for some of his more popular catchphrases, and we were actually discussing the possibility of a My Balls T-shirt, which he thinks is a good idea, and I'm not sure yet. I might want to wait and see what people might think about that, but I definitely would do something like that if I thought that it would be like a popular thing if people wanted to have one. I would totally do it. I'd wear one too.
I think it would sell very, very well for how well the Let's Play went, especially telling everybody in like a video or something. But yeah, that's besides the point. Who's one person that you could say has inspired you to do Let's Plays? Like either another LP or somebody just in general?
Oh, man. I would have to say that Nintendo Capri Sun is definitely my first choice. He was the first person that I really watched intensively. Like, once I found his videos, I just kept watching them and watching them and watching them. And I thought, wow, you know, he was so personable and so funny and friendly, and it was just such a joy to watch him. And he was also playing the same kind of genre of games that I grew up with, so it was really nostalgic, and I just had a good overall feeling by watching him. And I thought to myself, you know, this is something that maybe I want to do, because I would really love the chance to give someone else that kind of good nostalgic feeling, or to make them laugh, or to entertain them, or do something like that. And I would definitely say that without NCS, I would definitely never be where I am right now. So, yeah, he's been a huge inspiration to me. Huge. Not to mention a very good friend.
You've done several other Let's Plays in the past. You've done one of my personal favorite games, Shadow of Colossus. How do you choose, like, what games you're going to do? Do you just kind of like, oh, this would be kind of fun to do, or is there, like, a serious, like, thought process of how you would do a game?
I'm not sure if I have, like, an ultra-serious thought process on it. Shadow was, it kind of came out of the blue for me. It was right after, well, actually, I decided right during the end kind of third of Chrono Cross. And I didn't really know what to do next. I wasn't really sure, because Chrono Cross was really the first of the real LPs. I mean, I had done a few scant little games before that, but that was like the first main one I had, and I wasn't really sure how to proceed after that. So I figured maybe the best thing to do would be to LP a game that I loved, like, with all my heart and really felt strongly about, and maybe see where it would take me. So Shadow was definitely the next one that I decided to do, because it's I think it probably is my favorite game of all time. So it was kind of a no-brainer to do it. And it really got positive feedback. Actually, it's weird because it's actually more popular now with the HD remake having just came out. I'm getting a lot of feedback on it because I think people are watching it as used for a walkthrough and things of that nature, because they just made the re-release of it. So it's still a fairly under-known game, so I'm really happy that I was able to produce it and that people reacted so positively to it.
I know you've been playing video games for a while, haven't you? Like, just in life in general?
Oh, yeah. Like, for instance, I'm sitting in my living room, and I have every console pretty much, from the Nintendo all the way up to the Xbox 360 and PS3. And my Nintendo, my SNES, my Genesis, GameCube, these are all from my actual childhood. They're my original ones. So, yeah, I've been playing ever since I was very small. So it's really kind of been a thing that's been part of my life this whole time. Absolutely.
What is more fun for you to do? You were saying that you're currently doing the Paper Mario series for the N64, but what's more fun for you to do? A game that you know, like, what you're doing, like, 100%, or something that you don't know what you're doing, like what you're doing in your Paper Mario series?
I think I'm not sure which one I like better, because both of them have really positive aspects. Like with Shadow and Eco, I know those games really well, so it's very easy for me to LP them, although both of those games are a little more muted and serious toned, so it really doesn't lend itself to being funny. But they were easy for me to do because I knew them and I loved them so much. And then on the other hand, Paper Mario is just so wacky and goofy, and it lends itself to being really silly and weird, and I can say pretty much whatever I want, and it still somehow seems to fit. So I'm having a hard time deciding because both are so great for different reasons. I kind of like doing both. I know that's a lame answer, but I really do like doing both.
It's fine. What has been, like, the funniest moment, either at a convention with the people who, like, with P-Call and Takari Freak and all them, or doing, like, a Let's Play with someone? What's, like, the funniest moment that you've had? Is it just, like, the whole horsey thing, or has it been, like, beef or something like that?
Oh, no. This is so hard because I've had so many funny LP moments, and we've had so many funny moments at PAX that I can't even, God, oh, man, I have to think about this for a minute because we've had so many moments. Obviously, like, meeting everybody that I've met at the conventions has probably been the highlight of everything that this has come out to be. Like, you know, the partnership aside, the videos aside, and the watches that I get, of course I love my fans, but, like, meeting all my fellow LP friends and actually meeting them in real life and becoming friends with them in real life and kind of making that bond has been, like, extraordinary. So I'd have to think that that's the best moment. As far as the funniest moment, oh, man, we've had so many. I can't even... Yeah, the whole beef thing just got crazy, out of control. I mean, we actually... You can see in some of the video where we're actually, like, at a public restaurant and everything, screaming that stuff. But it got so out of hand, parts that we didn't even record. We even had, like, waiters and the manager screaming beef at the restaurant by the time we left. And that's not a recording, but that actually happened. So it was just, that was probably one of the funniest moments ever in my lifetime.
You were also saying, like, how you met, like, Let's Players. I think the moment that you and NCS met, all your fans got tears brought to their eyes because we all know that you guys are, like, best friends. So, like, has it been, how do I say it? Has it been, like, awesome just kind of getting to know these people that, like, you talk to them on YouTube for a while and then you actually get to meet them? Has it been, like, a true, like, family atmosphere when you guys are together? Like, everybody...
Yeah, it really has. Like, NCS and I, it's true. We've been very, like, close ever since we met, even online. And we were considered, like, best friends, like, quote-unquote, online for a long time before we met. But it's funny because, you know, Josh Jepson, for instance, like, we didn't know each other really before we met at PAX East. And ever since then, we have been, like, incredibly inseparable. Like, we're just, like, I don't know. I don't want to say brother and sister because that sounds really cliche and weird. But, like, we're seriously, like, a brother and sister now and extremely close also. And, you know, Pico and Donna Bells and Super Genius and you know, meeting Chugga and Proton John, of course, and just everybody, like, it's been so amazing. And we've all just clicked, too, I think, together. It was just a really amazing thing when we all met, and we all just got along instantly. So it's definitely, like, you know, I think it's close to, like, a family atmosphere. We all talk on Skype whenever we can, and we're always trying to get in touch with each other. We're all on each other's personal Facebooks and things like that. So it's definitely more than just making videos and being on the YouTube community.
I know that you were saying about Josh Jepson. Have you recently watched the new Stingray video by any chance?
Well, I know they just came out with one yesterday, and I have not watched that one yet because of work. But if you're talking about the one where they made my name into a bad word, I did see that one.
Recent episode, yes.
I did see that one, yes, and I loved it.
Do you find it kind of funny when, like, you're getting brought up in videos that, like, you're not even in right now, just, like, because you can, kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? It happens to everybody, I think. Like, it just happens all around in our group of friends. Like, the whole My Balls incident, that came because we weren't going to name the horse Vagisil after all, which was after attacking Toucan's Vagisil incident. So we all kind of mention each other or kind of feed off each other's weird quirks in our own videos, I think. I've done tons of NCS references, Josh Jepson references. I've done some P-Call references, and lots of things from Attacking Toucans also. So I think we all kind of just, the more we hang out and the closer we get, we kind of merge a little bit there and start mentioning each other in videos that have nothing to do with the person that they're mentioning.
What, I know you have several, like, I know you kind of have a catchphrase per se, derpy. You even named your mailman character on Paper Mario Derpy. Where did you come up with Derpy?
That's actually a reference. It's actually an existing reference to the new My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. There's a horse. There's a mailman horse. It's a Pegasus named Muffins, and she's kind of stupid. So there's a crazy internet meme going on about her, and they called her like Derpy Hooves or Derp. And since she was a mail carrier with wings, and Paracarry is also a mail carrier with wings, and he just looks retarded, so I figured that I would call him Derpy. So I didn't come up with it per se because the internet kind of came up with it, but I applied it to this case, and it has definitely worked out to my advantage.
There is the Runaway Guys. I know you haven't actually been on the Runaway Guys yet, but have you ever thought about doing something like the Runaway Guys, like Dakari Freak or a Loyal Gamer or P-Call or something like that? Like making a collab with, like, the Runaway Guys?
Yeah, you know, I get asked this all the time, like if I would ever join the Runaway Guys, if they asked me, and of course the answer would be yes. I'm not sure how I would be able to stand up to Chugga and John because, oh my gosh, they're really loud in person. So I might be drowned out completely by them. But, yeah, you know, it's funny because I try to do as many collabs as I can because I really like working with all my friends, and I really like working with the YouTube community in general. And the main thing is that it's difficult to get everybody together at the right time to do it. So I'm not sure if I have any plans for that in the future. I probably would if I could have time to do it and everyone else had time. But I will say that there's a lot of co-op plans in the future, which is just me and another person. So there's a lot of plans for that coming up in the future.